Yeah, what other people was good. Today I'm gonna be talking about Funke Akindele's misleading personality. It's a misleading personality. Last week, the internet was on frenzy about how she and her husband held a birthday party for her husband, and more than 100 people attended. Even though she was saying that a lot of the people who actually attended would have been in that house for a long period of time, or before the lockdown. She lives in Lagos. So in short, a lot of people normally attended. Also, BO Badamosi as well, who is a governorship aspirant in Lagos State, also attended as well. He is not living in their house, but they live in the same estate. But normally doesn't live in the same estate with them, right? And he organized the party despite that there is a lockdown. There is a lockdown in Lagos. you know, Naira still attended. Like of course, they would have probably invited him, right? So, which is a breach to the law that was passed by the state, to the law that was imposed by the state government that everyone should stay indoors for good 2 weeks till when the state government is going to give the orders that people can go out, or give the permission that people can go out again. The first thing is that a lot of so she actually came on Instagram that people are that she is not trying to mislead people or things like this, and she actually offered some apologies, right? Celebrities are now, they used to do their things, but the point I'm trying to make out in this video is that this is not his first time of doing such a thing like this. This woman she's been having a misleading personality, trying to deceive people, trying to paint what she is not, right? Even though that is our business, showbiz, right? You don't have to give to people what you are, or try to show what you are truly to the people, right? At times you just have to do some things for the business, but this is beyond the business, right? But this thing, it hits into the blood of this type of people. It hits into their flesh, that even in their normal day life, or in their normal lives, or their personal life, they start faking things, the things that they are only supposed to be faking in front of the camera, on set alone. But well, to expatiate this, there was a time, there's a woman on Twitter that they call Glory Osei. She's on Instagram as well. She used to she used to pass messages across against marriage, no respect for marriages, don't get married, don't let men tie you down. She's a feminist. If I'm permitted, I would have called her a toxic one, but she's a feminist, convincing young girls, and even the older ones, not to get married, to stay away from letting men chain them down, things like that. But she is discouraging marriage. That woman, that's the first bad thing about Glory Osei, right? And the second time was that Glory Osei was alleged to be hiring them for a short period of time and fire them without paying them. She would hire them. You pay people monthly, right? According to the Nigerian system, you pay people monthly, and she will hire people and fire them before they complete their monthly round of work to get their payments. She would fire them and not pay them, right? Someone actually called her out on Twitter, and she was unable to prove herself innocent of that action, right? She actually deleted her Twitter account for being called out, and she went away for months, about 2 months or so. So that's the second thing. Can you imagine someone who was ripping people off their sweat, who was ripping people off their hard-earned money? They work for you and you are not paying them. Someone who was so eventually, the person that actually called Glory Osei out for ripping people off their money also exposed her that she was married to one Muiwa, right? And can you imagine, a married woman is advising other women to stay away from marriage, misleading people? Funke Akindele was saying, so Funke Akindele actually backed that Glory Osei, right? She backed her, she supported her that you can't that people should leave Glory Osei alone, instead of bashing her or dragging her on Twitter, that they should leave her alone, that the people that should be called out are the people who are following what she's saying, right? So anybody can say whatever they like on social media, and it doesn't matter. So if you take the wrong advice from the wrong people, then it's your problem. Can you imagine that? That means you should be dishing out the wrong information to people. Then if you know you have to be dishing out wrong information to people, then you shouldn't put yourself in the place that people would be able to listen to you, because almost every one of us are influenced either by someone or by something. I am not influenced by someone. I only influenced by structures. I'm influenced by the law. I'm influenced by, by the will of God. I'm not that religious, but I'm influenced by the will of God. Why? Because I think almost everything that God says, apart from the fact that I'm doing it to please God, no, most of those things are beneficial for me. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't fornicate, don't do this, right? All these things have bad effect on my body and my spirit, but that is a different situation, right? But the point is that's a different situation. I don't want to digress but divert away from the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that, why are you making yourself an influencer if you know you will be influence the people toward the bad direction? Someone like Funke Akindele as well is an influencer as well. She's an influencer as far as you are a celebrity and you can motivate people to do something. You are an influencer. You don't need to put it on your Instagram or on your Facebook or on your Twitter that social media influencer. No, you don't need to introduce yourself. So far as you can influence people, people can set aside their reasoning at times just to trust your directive. That is why brand ambassadors are paying you, so that you can influence people to pay attention to their products. So if you want to influence the people in the wrong, so is what Funke Akindele is saying was saying by backing and supporting Glory Osei was that she is right for influencing people in the wrong direction or the wrong way. That's what she is trying to say. That was why she is covering her face when they tried to put camera. Why? Because she knows that she has done a lot of bad things. But well, thank God for her. A lot of people didn't look into her past, and a lot of the atrocities that and misleading actions that she has put out to people, right? A lot of misleading actions that she has put out to people, either to gain attention for herself or to support her friends or whatever, right? That is what I'm just trying to. So the point I'm trying to make here is that apart from Funke Akindele, every other celebrities, every other powerful person, every other famous person, you should reason with your brain before you follow anyone. And everybody gets influenced by someone, no matter how reasonable you are. Everybody gets influenced by someone, right? You are influenced by your surroundings. You are influenced by the people you listen to. You are influenced by the books you read. You are influenced by the music you listen. You are influenced by the people you live with. So learn to digest your information. I have a video up in my channel where I talked about sieving the information and advice you get. You should know the kind of advice you take from people, because a lot of people are just out there throwing advices out and shit like that, when they themselves know that they are misleading the people and they don't care. And let me tell you, by following this kind of advices can actually waste your time, because you believe so much in those kind of people and you will be trying out these advices for years, for months, and it wouldn't work, and you'll still be sticking up to it, or you'll still be sticking with it unless you are lucky enough to get yourself out of such mess. So that is it. I won't say more than that. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.